everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night Crafting. My name is Sasha Reade. Tonight's going to be a little bit different of a video. I originally wanted to do some crafting with you and get creative and finish off those cards that we started last Saturday, but life has kind of gotten in the way. So I thought I'd walk you through what's been going on and give you kind of an update on what you can kind of expect from me for the next few weeks. If you're confused by what you can see on the screen, this is my latest big announcement. Craft Stash gave me the opportunity to design some of my very own products, so that's what you're seeing on the screen here. I had fun designing some layering dies, so if you want to check those out, they're on my video from this past Wednesday, and I'll link that in the description box for you. So I thought while I'm creating and crafting and making a few cards with the samples from last Saturday, I'd just give you a little chat through of what's going on in life. I didn't want to have a boring video where you just see my face and I just talk to you. So I thought you could follow along while I do some basic crafting, which is what's going on in the background. So I might stop my conversation midway through just to explain what I'm doing in the video so that it's not too confusing. So I've got all these panels here which are from last Saturday night crafting, where I did some fun with explosion powders and using a fun little plate. So I'll link that video down below as well. You can check it out and you can go back and watch it and see how we did all the backgrounds. And now I'm just going to kind of make up some cards and have a few ready to go. So my intention was to have a great normal Saturday night crafting video with you guys and do a bunch of fun crafting, but I got a little overwhelmed. So last weekend, my mom finally got offered a place in Canada in a long-term care facility so that she can get out of her apartment and move into a building that's got loads of staff that can look after her as her needs deteriorate. So Mom is not doing well. It's been a really difficult time. A lot of you know I went home for Christmas and had 3 weeks off just to be with her. And it's just progressively got worse. So I don't really actually know how long we've actually got with my mom, which is quite depressing. So I have booked my flights back home again to go and see her. And because she's got into this new care home, this long-term care home, she's quite nervous and anxious and upset, obviously, because her independence is starting to go. So I'm going to fly home on Monday, so in 2 days' time, and I'm going to go and spend about 2.5 weeks with her, try and help her get used to the new home, meet some friends for her, just to help settle her in, clear out her old apartment, and sort of take the next step in life for her. So I may or may not have videos come out in the next 2.5 weeks. If I don't, it's because I'm in Canada, spending time with my mom, and I just haven't got the time. I really want to craft. I'm going to take my things with me. I'm going to take my camera with me, so the footage could be very dodgy by the time you see it. But this is my therapy. This is my life. I do it as a full-time job, but I love it, and it keeps me sane, and it keeps me happy. And so when I didn't do any crafting for 3.5 weeks when I went at Christmas time, I found that very difficult, and it was really, it just made mental health a lot more tricky. This is the way I release it all. This is what I do, what I love, and I love spending time with all of you guys. So my plan is to take my camera, buy a cheap tripod while I'm in Edmonton, and do some filming when I can. But I will also probably hit up Michael's and Old Navy and my favorite shops, and I will likely share some of that time in Canada with you in some photos on my video when I get back from Canada. So that's where I'm going to be at. That's what I'm doing. Now, if you're watching the video and you're thinking, oh, what's going on? This is one of my big chunky flowers that I bought on AliExpress. I really love going on to AliExpress and buying lots of embellishments. You can get quite cheap embellishments there. If I can find these flowers, I'll link them for you. But if you buy in the basic colors, so like a white or a black, you can kind of alter them slightly. With the powders, you can dye almost anything. So I just dyed the flower with the same color I used for that base of that card. So here I'm using one of my sentiment strips from my little set. They're very universal. You can use them on almost anything, so it's quite fun. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that little sentiment on top of that flower, and that kind of finishes off the card. Really quick and easy. But just take, you know, any embellishment you've got in your stash. If it's a neutral color, you can go ahead and dye it with these powders as well, so you can get a fun 3D card. Obviously, you're going to have to pay a bit more in postage if you want to post this one. Otherwise, you can just hand it to your friend. But I love all the bling in it. I do love sparkle. So getting back to life, yes, I will be gone until the 31st of March in Canada. I don't know how much free time I'll have and what I'll be up to. I imagine I'll be spending every minute I can with my mum. But a big hello to all the Edmonton friends that follow me on YouTube, and people in Calgary and all over Alberta. I would love to meet up with some of you and just say, hey, I'm going to be at the mall at this time. Come and have a coffee with me. But I'm not sure that's going to be able to happen this time just because of all the craziness going on with mum. But yeah, so the new house is great. The craft room is still squishy squashied in the spare room. And we have signed the contract to get our loft converted. So when I get back from Canada, that will probably start happening a bit more, but it's due to be finished hopefully by Christmas. And then I will be moving my new office up into a giant room in the loft, and I can't wait to share it with you. So here on the screen, I have just taken all the scraps that were left over from cutting up my little card bases. So some of them I made into square bases, some I just trimmed down. And I just kept all those scraps on my desk, and I thought I'll just slap them all on a card. And I love doing some of that, just being really random. And because they're all strips of card, they all look nice together. Now at this point I had no clue what I was doing, and this is what I do when I create, and I just wing it. I have no idea what would look best on this card. Write in the comments if you've got an idea of what you think would look best on the card. But I've got like little resin embellishments. I got that gorgeous ribbon, which is like the ombre and the same kind of colors that I've been using. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with it yet, but I will do something. So as you can see, I've just left it at that point for now. I'll finish it when I'm back from Canada. I think I'm going to take some inks and some lightweight stuff to get creative with while I'm there. And I might do a challenge video and just sort of see what I can make for you with the supplies that I've got on hand, which could be quite fun because it could be a very limited supply video, and it could, I'm hoping it will be a nice cracking video. But anyways, I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I hope you've got your drinks out and enjoying your Saturday night. Love to you all, and if I don't speak to you in the next 2.5 weeks, I will see you when I'm back from Canada. Take care, and thank you so much for your love and support and all the things that you do for me. Thank you. Bye.